So once I adopted the minimalist lifestyle, there have been a few things that I used to buy that I just don't find myself needing or buying anymore for one reason or another, and I wanted to share a few of those things with you. There's a good YouTuber out there, his channel name is CK Space, and he has a good video explaining that minimalism is all about intentionality, and I believe that is 100% the case about being a minimalist. It's not about owning as few things as possible. It's about owning what means the most to you and things that are essential to what you do in your life and what makes the most sense to have. And most importantly, if it makes you happy. So the first thing I stopped buying as a minimalist, or I should say, the first thing I stopped spending money on as a minimalist is unnecessary habits. For example, my daily stop for coffee. Even if I didn't really want it, I would stop anyways because it became part of my routine. I knew that a little bit of caffeine would make whatever I was doing a little bit more enjoyable. It would boost my mood a little bit and give me something to look forward to. Instead of stopping for coffee now, I make it at home. We all know how expensive our Starbucks addictions could be. Something else I really stopped buying as a minimalist is doubles of anything. I used to love to have options as far as jackets, backpacks, cologne, you name it. Now I don't really see a need for having more than one of anything I don't need to. Instead, I narrowed it down to my favorite of everything. For example, it didn't make sense to me to have 2 pairs of sunglasses when I like one pair way more than the other, because I would want to wear my favorite pair all the time. This goes for pretty much everything I own. I own it because it's my favorite version of whatever it is. Another thing I don't find myself doing as much is going out to eat, and I know our current world situation makes that really easy. Don't get me wrong, I still go out to eat with my friends for special occasions, and I did eat pretty good on my birthday. But I found myself cooking more lately. The pandemic we're in has made the temptation to go out to eat a little bit easier to fight. I won't go too much into numbers, but assuming my lunch every day costs $7, 5 times a week would come up to about $140 a month. That is a solid trip to the grocery store. And now when I do go out to eat, I appreciate it a lot more. Something else is water bottles. Now, I'm not completely innocent of never buying water bottles, but for the past few years or so, I've been using this, and I pretty much bring it with me everywhere. Having it with me has stopped me so many times from buying a water when I'm stopping for gas at the gym or at work. Plus, I've had a horrible habit of leaving half-drank water bottles everywhere. I imagine that over time, this has saved me a solid chunk of change. Now, another thing is books. I do love to read, however, I never really found myself reading something more than once, so it didn't make sense for me to keep physical copies. I know there are a lot of people out there that really love the collection, and I get that. It's a really neat thing to collect. But anyone that has a collection knows that it eats up space and collects dust pretty quickly. Instead, I opted to get a library card. It's free, and the due dates give me an incentive to finish the book quicker. And when I'm done reading, I'll never have to find a place to store it. If you do have a collection and it does make you happy, I definitely encourage you to keep it. Watches. I am a huge fan of watches, and I used to think I needed one for every outfit or whatever mood I was feeling that day. Now, I only wear one. I have this G-Shock that I got back in 2016, and it's all I need. It's far from fancy, but it's durable, and that's exactly what I need because I'm not really careful and I'm bumping into stuff all the time. I wear it at work, I sweat with it at the gym, and I wear it during training. Cutting down to a single watch has really embraced that less decision-making mentality I'm going for, and I definitely feel better because of it. Shoes. I know it's very common to have a sneaker collection, and I used to buy more pairs than anyone needed because I imagine I would need them for one day or a special occasion. Those special occasions usually never happen. Now I'm keeping it simple. I have a casual pair, a pair for the gym, and a somewhat formal pair. I don't really go to formal occasions enough to justify me buying a formal pair of dress shoes. Next is DVDs, Blu-rays, or physical copies of anything I can get digitally. Instead of renting movies from Redbox, and when Netflix was still in its early stages, I always opted to buy DVDs or Blu-ray copies with all the special features. And just like books, I never really watched them more than once or twice, and they ended up taking up a lot of space in the shelf, never to be used again. Well, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want more minimalist content, more frugal living lifestyle videos, make sure to leave a thumbs up and click subscribe because I'll be posting videos like this every single week. Anyways, have a good day. Thank you so much for watching.